Hey everybody, it's Claire from Art Journal Love with another project for Grafix Arts. If you head to their website, www.grafixarts.com, you can find lots of inspiration from other artists and lots of ideas and pointers for using their fabulous products. So to complete this project, I used the chipboard from Grafix, the matte Frisket film and the double tack mounting film to create these pages in my art journal. So here's a glimpse at the journal that I'm currently working in. This is from Grafix Arts. It's a mixed media journal. Double tack mounting film, the Frisket film and the chipboard as well. Okay, so I started off creating a background using the double tack film. I think this is one of my favourite products. It makes creating collage boards, which for me are like pieces of mixed collage that you can use as a background. It makes it so easy. So here I'm just using some packaging that came from a recent Jane Davenport order, and you can just stick them straight on. There's no need for any messy glue. You're not got to wait for anything to dry. It's brilliant. You can just like stick it straight on. It's double-sided. So when I peel the backing off, the reverse side of this will be sticky. So you can create projects with no glue. It's fantastic. So look at those pretty colours. So then I've just flipped it back over so I can just trim off the excess and put those to one side. Okay, so I'm just taking 2 pages out of the Mixed Media 6x6 journal from Grafix. I'm going to cut this into 2 pieces. It's going to go one like that, one like that. Literally just peel the backing off, which I'm making look very difficult. It's just my nails. There we go. Stick it straight down. It really is so easy. Here I'm just making sure I can still see where the holes are to pop the page back into the journal, and I just popped the film back over the top just so that it didn't transfer any of the adhesive to my scissors, because I have done things like that before, and then you've got really sticky scissors. It just makes it really tricky. Then I'm just patching little areas where there were bits of the double-sided sticky film showing. Now I'm going to go in using some paint. This is Dina Wakley heavy body paint, and I'm using the sponge to print shapes onto the background. I'm overlapping, pulling the shapes out onto the bits of page where there isn't any background. I just kind of love this effect. So I've used a raspberry, turquoise, iris and mustard from Dina Wakley's range of paints. Now this is the Frisket film in matte. So this is fantastic. It is a low tack film. You can create masks with it. Watch this. I'm going to create some circle shapes and outlines, and you just lightly put it on and it will stick in place enough, but it will not pull the background up when it comes off. So I can design my masked areas here by cutting them out, and of course you could draw through a stencil and cut out elements from a stencil too. I'm going to pop the pages together and pop this semicircle across both so it makes those pages be coherent and work together. And then I'm just going to cut out some circles and stick those on too, so you can kind of see how they're catching the light there. But yes, this Frisket film is fantastic for creating masks for journal pages, and you watch how easily it comes up once I've got my paint over the top. So then I'm just painting straight over. I'm using a sponge just so I get a nice light coverage of paint over these. I'm not filling all of the spaces, but just in some areas the paint is more light than others. Okay, so I'm using my tweezers here just to carefully lift the edge. Look how well that's coming off. It's not lifting any of the background off at all. I've got those lovely patterns, and that's just drawing the focus into those areas that I've masked using the matte Frisket film. Fantastic. Okay, so now I'm outlining the shapes just loosely using a white paint pen, and that's just going to pull those out from the background, draw them into the foreground, and I like how it looks as well. I love that kind of scribbly line work. that it looks not intentional, but it is. So this is the Grafix Chipboard. It's a lovely weight, really easy to cut with scissors and craft knives. And I'm going to use, this is from a set that I designed for Natalie May scrapbooking. You can get these on my website as well. Just two silhouettes, masks of figures, and I'm just using the top half pretty much, and I'm going to draw them on. And then I cut them out with my scissors, and I use my craft knife for some of the trickier areas, but it's super easy to do. I'm painting these white, so they're going to stand out nicely on the background. I didn't gesso them first. They accept the paint really well. And then I'm just going to staple those on using the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher, nice and easy. Now I'm giving them a little heart. That's a neon Posca pen, and just adding some marks on there just to pull some of those pinks out. Then I've got that bit of paint left over from the Posca pen, so I'm just going to add a little bit of water and add some splatters to the page as well. A little bit of journaling using some Semic writing up the side of the figures. It's a really nice way to get some thoughts onto your page, but not in a way that you can read. It's not legible. Of course, I'm using my dotty stamp just to add some dots onto there, and a little bit of text stamping as well. I'm bringing some of that onto the figures too. It just helps to pull the page together really nicely. Okay, so popping those pages back in. I'm just gluing down one or two little corners. I'm then going in with another paint pen, which is like a brush tip from Artex, and I'm adding some lines around the page just to create a bit of a border. And there we go. And then in the final shots, you can see I've added a quote, which is from the Art by Marlene Golden Oldie Sticker Quote Book. Fabulous. So a lovely project, really easy to create using 3 products from Grafix Arts. The chipboard, the Frisket film and the double tack mounting film all make creating really easy, particularly with a journal page of this style. Don't forget you can head over to the Grafix Arts website for more inspiration. There's lots and lots of talented, fabulous artists that are working with graphics products, and everybody puts their own spin on it, so you can get lots and lots of ideas. Okay, so thanks for watching everybody, and I hope to see you again soon.